Your narcissistic mother makes you feel like it's you, like you're the problem. You're the one causing all the pain, the anguish, the chaos, the drama, the family discord. She will do everything and anything to make you feel like it's really you. And you're probably sitting here right now watching this because you want to know, is it me? Could it be me? Could I be the problem and I don't even know it? It's a very common dynamic that happens with narcissistic and borderline mothers. They choose one child who becomes their scapegoat. Oftentimes that's a daughter. Not always, but oftentimes it is. And you, the daughter, you want to please your mother. That is the most normal thing in the entire world. And you trust your mother, which is also the most normal thing in the entire world. So it's a very confusing, unique experience to have a mother who has narcissistic or borderline personality disorder. I'm here to tell the truth. I will say the truth just as it is. I will not sugarcoat things. I acknowledge that your mother, if she has these traits, she is in pain herself. But these videos aren't for her. They're for you because you've been hurt. And my job is to just help you know that you're not alone. You're not alone. So here are 3 ways that your narcissistic or borderline mother will make you feel like it really is you, like you are the problem, like you are the one who's sick, like you are the one who's manipulative. She will manipulate you and the whole family to make everyone believe that the real problem is you. It's a very painful process. So here are 3 ways that she does that. The first one is she will tell you repeatedly that you are selfish. If you are a scapegoated daughter, you know this has been done to you over and over and over and over again. Your mother has called you selfish. And you're probably thinking, I don't think I'm selfish. I try not to be selfish. I think about other people. And those things are probably all true. But part of the dynamic of the narcissistic or borderline mother is that they will make their daughter feel like they are selfish. It's a very manipulative tactic to control you. So this is how it looks. She will constantly tell you that you're selfish, even when it doesn't make sense to you, even when you know that at your core, you're not selfish and that you do think about others and that you are caring and empathetic, and you're fairly sure it seems like she's the one that lacks empathy. But it's a very confusing thing because we trust our mothers. And if our mother is telling us that we're selfish, I mean, why would our mothers lie to us? It seems to go against nature. And that's a large part of the dynamic of a narcissistic or borderline mother and her children. The ways that she often behaves towards her children do go against nature. And this is why it is so incredibly confusing to be on the receiving end of this. Being told you're selfish over and over, it hurts. It hurts badly, especially when you know that's not true. And you likely want your mom's approval because that's what kids want. Even adult kids, we want our mom's approval. We want our mom to be proud of us. And so when your mom tells you that you're selfish, that makes you try to figure out a way to get her approval. And so how would you get her approval? Well, of course, you try to be less selfish. And so it creates this cycle where she tells you you're selfish, you try to be less selfish, but part of her illness is that she will continue to tell you you're selfish. And so then you'll try to be more and more selfless to the point where you lose yourself. And you consider your needs less and less. And honestly, you don't even know up from down anymore. That is one of the things that a narcissistic or borderline mother does to her children. The second thing she does is gaslighting. Gaslighting is a way to twist your reality, to confuse you about a situation. So she'll do something or she'll say something. This is an example. She'll do something or say something that really, really hurts you or hurts somebody else. Like she does something that you're just like, this is not okay. This is not right. And so you react to that. You react in a normal way. You react with potentially anger, frustration, pointing out to her wrongdoings, and she doesn't like that. The narcissistic and borderline mother, they don't like being called out, and so they'll do anything in their power to deflect that so they're not called out. So when you react in anger, frustration, blaming her, pointing out her wrongdoings, she will then twist reality. And this is kind of how it looks. You're angry, so you're yelling, you're saying things that she doesn't want to hear. She'll become calm. She'll let you go ahead. She'll let you escalate. And then she'll say something like, I don't know why you are reacting like this. I'm calm. I am calm, but look at you. You're unhinged. You're out of control. And this is a way to highlight your reaction and make it look like your reaction is really off base. To create a real gap between her calmness and your, escalation. And then she'll say things like, you're unhinged, you are out of control, you are so sensitive, my gosh, you are so sensitive. And she will probably say things like that you take everything the wrong way. And she'll tell other people that too. She'll tell your siblings that, she'll tell your father that, she'll tell, maybe her sister, whoever else that she can get to believe her twisted version of reality, to gaslight you and create this narrative that isn't really true. And for you, the scapegoated daughter, it is incredibly confusing. And it's very effective because it makes you wonder if it is really you. One of the things that she'll do to gaslight you is she might say something like, everyone knows that you get unhinged when things don't go your way. Everyone knows it. I've talked to a lot of people and they all say it. And if you ask, well, who have you spoken to? Who says this about me? She'll say, I don't want to out them. Just people say it. A third way that your narcissistic or borderline mother will make you feel like it's you is something called blame shifting. She will blame you for just about everything. When things don't go when things don't go her way, she will blame you for why things don't go her way. She'll blame you for just about everything. She'll blame you for her own bad behavior. So in the case that the examples I was just giving, for example, she may do something or say something that is, really nasty or hurtful. And when you point it out, she'll somehow twist it and blame you. And she will do this with a lot of things. And there are a lot of tactics that she will use to really convince you and others that it really was you, that you are to blame. And it can be so taxing to be blamed for so many things. And you may just be wondering why. Why does my mom blame me for everything? I mean, why? Why would she do that to me? And it's the illness. It's her narcissism. It's her borderline tendencies. She can't take blame. She cannot look at herself in a negative light at all. She may have glimmers. She may have moments of looking at herself in a negative light, but it will last a very short time, and then she'll retract, and then she'll go ahead and blame you again. This is a way of keeping you controlled. All of these things are a way of keeping you controlled, to make you think that there's something wrong with you. It's a way for her to deflect and for her to believe herself that it isn't her, and she's chosen you to project all of that negativity on too. And it's also a way to make you try harder, even though it's really her that needs to try harder. And it works because daughters, like I said, they want their mom's approval. They want their moms to believe them. They want their moms to love them and to cherish them and to think of them in high regard. So you as the daughter, you'll do lots of things to try to get your mom to see you in that positive light. But here's the truth, ladies. It shouldn't be that hard. It should not. You shouldn't have to work to have your mother see you in a positive light. She should see you in a positive light just because you're you, just because you're her daughter, her cherished, beautiful, precious daughter. And that is all that it should take for her to see you in a positive light. So if any of these things resonate with you, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you have to say about this. If you've experienced this, if you have questions about this, please comment below, and we'll go from there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. All right, have a great day.